appreciate. There we go. Oh my God. Oh my God, chat. We got a logo, chat. Logo joined in the building. Let's go.
Our next.
Starting in center, 7 feet 1 inch, number 27, Rudy Gobert. At small forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 7, Jalen Brown. At the other forward position, at 7 foot 9 inches, number 4, Chris Webber. At shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 12, Penny Hardaway. At the other guard position, standing 6 foot 5, number 14, Russell Robertson.
And as things... Kevin, thank you very much. Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Fame. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Monday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Chicago Bulls. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the San Antonio Spurs.
And you know for that matchup with Charlotte, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. They've got Iverson. Jackson is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Danny Granger, and it's Richardson in at the point. And for Miami, they've got Gobert. Rubber is out there with Jalen Brown. Then there's Robertson, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. 5 on the clock. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Oh!
Yes!
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Nuggets.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
Rockets on offense. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Granger outside. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Hardaway. To the paint. Here's Webber. Second chance effort. He lays it in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Shaq. And it's Houston with another.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
Robertson passes to Gobert. Webber against Jackson. Webber dishes to Brown. Over Granger. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Danny Granger.
And the vertical that Brown has is really impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find. In our league.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Gobert. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Doncic is checked in. Richardson kicks to Iverson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Robertson against Richardson. The shot's good from Robertson.
In the painted area is where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
Takes the 13-footer, and the basket good. A bank shot that time.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Robertson, good.
And with the height to see over people and the peripheral vision to do it quickly, Penny with the perfect setup.
Passes it to Granger. He kicks to Richardson. Doncic looking it over. Wide open. Porzingis with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Another shot. Here's Weber, and another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how unique is Weber? A smooth shooting big man with some sick handle.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one drops. He ties it up. Houston with a big group substitution here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for O'Neal. Williams comes in for Danny Granger. Michael Redd's checked in for Allen Iverson. And Ball subbed in for Richardson. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
43 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Doncic. Nice D from Porzingis.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here is Robinson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Yep, that one goes.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Outside, Smart. The pass to Porzingis over Robinson, and Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Smart.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Heat lead by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Doncic out there with Williams. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Michael Redd. And it's Robinson. In at the 5, roaming the paint. Rockets trail by 3. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says, when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys, it's
Strong story, DA there. Thanks. Finley, the pass to Smart. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
And the Heat making a change here. Gobert's checked in.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Jackson against Ilgauskas. Pass to Smart. Launches it. And he's good on the three ball. Smart's got the lead up to 3 now for Miami.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back. And you know he was going to try to respond. Those threes cancel each other out perfectly.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Those 3 pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Finley can't get it to go. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Smart finds Gobert. Ilgauskas with it. No points in the game yet for him. He gets that one.
The evolution of Gobert's offense, much more fluid now at that end.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. And the Rockets making a change here. O'Neal's checked in for Williams. Granger comes in for Luka Doncic. Iverson's checked in for Michael Redd. And it's Richardson in for Ball.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Iverson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jalen Brown.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Iverson.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Robertson against Richardson. Brown the pass to Hardaway. Now Gobert. Here's Robertson. And another basket for Miami.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Here's Iverson. O'Neal, great positioning on the putback.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Robertson passes to Gobert. Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got the lead up to 7 now for Miami.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Iverson. He has 6. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And Iverson constantly driving to the basket, using that speed and athleticism to kind of wheel his way to the rim.
Hardaway from outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Hardaway against Iverson. 24 seconds left to play here in the half. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6. The Heat leading by 6. Outside Hardaway. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hardaway has got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Heat.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And that does it for the first half of play. Miami ahead, leading by 8. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. They were firmly in control in the second quarter, and their lead stands at 8 here at halftime. Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
I have to admit it, I did not see this coming. They've done more than just hanging there. They've been the better team. Just can't rest on this lead, though. Now the real work comes.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Well, it's hard to defend a team that gets red hot from the floor. I think the effort was there on D, but they could not come up with a plan to cool them off. We're bound to see a whole different game plan, a whole different approach from them coming out of the break.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've seen Allen Iverson really have a great game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Miami leading by 8. Robertson is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Weber, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Brown in at the 3 slot. So that's where Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Here's Robertson, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Robertson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Miami. And here is Iverson. Richardson outside. Floats one. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Gobert. Weber with it. Now here's Robertson. Richardson covering. 11 feet away. And that one hits back iron.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, And I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Doncic is checked in for Houston. And both free throws good for Iverson. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Passes it to Weber. Brown kicks to Weber. Back to Brown. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
No Heat leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Hardaway. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hardaway's got 11.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's the lob to the hoop. O'Neal misses.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
So this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Iverson dishes to Jackson. Back to Iverson. And the block shot crabs it out of the end.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And there's the pass to Robertson. Over in the corner, Brown. Shot clock at 5.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
With the teardrop, it's deflected.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off-night.
And the dunk by Brown.
And love seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing dunker who really bashes it in the basket.
Pass to O'Neal. Back to Iverson. Feeds it to Jackson. That shot missing. And it's Miami the other way.
And of course, Jaren Jackson Sr. played in the NBA for over a decade.
And yes, Jaren Jackson Jr., he talks about watching his dad, learning what it takes to be a professional in this league. That prepared Jackson Jr. to make an impact early on.
For Houston, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. So for the Rockets, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Shaq. Williams comes in for Jackson. And Michael Redd is subbed in for Danny Granger. Throw good, Iverson. Miami leading by 9. Hardaway passes to Black. Outside Hardaway. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter.
And not just that, it's the energy and passion with which Iverson plays. It just feels like any shot he takes, he can make.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the NBA's scoring leaders since the All-Star break. 3rd is Luka Doncic.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And Finley brings a lot of athleticism to that position, can throw it down as well as stroke it from deep.
Robertson, he's checked in for Miami. Richardson, he's checked in for the Rockets. And so he makes both from the line. Rockets trail by 11. It's Red outside. Buries it from three-point range. Red's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Robertson kicks to Ilgauskas. Bounce pass, Porzingis. From the high post. Hardaway, no good. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Richardson, good.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Pass to Ilgauskas. Porzingis looking it over. Passes to Robertson. Robinson with the block. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Iverson, and Iverson throws it down.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
He's so good at setting up his teammates. Tonight, though, Hardaway's been calling his own number, and boy, has he been prolific.
And so it's Miami with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets. Robinson is out there with Williams. Then it's Iverson. Then there's Richardson. And it's Red in at the 3 spot.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Here's Robertson. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Richardson. Here's Iverson. Here's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Iverson against Hardaway. That one goes in.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And the Heat with some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Ilgauskas. Weber comes in for Porzingis. And it's Brown in for Hardaway. And then for Houston, O'Neal's checked in for Robinson. Jackson comes in for Williams. And it's Granger in for Michael Redd. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Granger outside. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
An inefficient defense there, guys. If there's one thing you want to try and take away from Robertson, it's the dribble drive.
Gobert with the block. Here's Robertson. Here's Brown. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
And the pass to Iverson. Over Finley. Iverson, no luck. It's Gobert with the ball for Miami. They've held a 12-point lead early.
And with Brown, it doesn't matter what point in the game it's at. He's ready to shoot whenever and wherever he has the ball in a good spot.
Now here's Iverson. D right on him. Richardson the pass to Iverson. 6 to shoot. To the inside. O'Neal sinks that one from the post.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
And the Heat call time here. They're up by 2. 1:53 left in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Penny Hardaway.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Hardaway's checked in for Michael Finley. Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 4. 1:51 left to play here in the fourth. Iverson against Hardaway. Let's go. It's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. That one goes. Count it. And now a 6-point Miami lead.
And Weber, just one of the best passing big men we've ever seen. I love watching him share the ball and really revamp the art.
Iverson, the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Hardaway. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
The 3 for Doncic. Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Robertson. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And they double up Iverson. Here's O'Neal. For Gobert. Gobert with the defensive effort. Heat on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. And there's Penny Hardaway on the assist by Weber.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Iverson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. And both free throws good for Iverson. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and an intentional foul right there.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Second one is good. We both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 8. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
Here's Red. Up the inbound. Right through the cylinder that time. All net.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on comeback.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
For 3, Richardson. Miami grabs the miss. Now Robertson.
Chase for the cheddar, if that's what it take to be golden. Make or break, cause the money expose them. Keep them funny, and that with the high, they say they probably get cozy. Keep them dummy away from my packers, I hate when they they know me. Keep the money hungry, that bakers, everybody my proceed. Everyone they proceed. Keep it calm, gotta watch my hands, cause snakes won't slither around my palms. I can't trust nobody who done ever did me wrong. Gotta cut the ties, can't bring them long, no boy. Keep it calm, gotta watch my hands, cause snakes won't slither around my palms. I can't trust nobody who done ever did me wrong. Gotta cut the ties, can't bring them long, no more. That's a switch. Kobe that ice run through my veins, I never miss. Going on my life is so insane since I got big lifties. In my face like water, y'all in my business. That's a switch, that's a switch, that's a switch. Kobe that ice run through my veins, I never miss. Going on my life is so insane since I got big lifties. In my face like water, y'all in my business. My quota is a trillion, need that back.
You have been grinding your way towards the logo. I know we spoke a long time ago. That was a goal of yours. What does it feel like to finally get that validation?
It just feels amazing. When I got the logo, I feel like I'm representing for like just the, the common, content creator that, is trying to grind and trying to get a logo. And for me to be able to grind and upload every day and show people like the devs and, Ronnie does see you. It's just an honor just to be here and just to represent for, the content creators that's like me.
For those that are new to your channel, what kind of content have you been creating?
I create so much content. It's just 2K content. I do builds.
Up next, the Raptors taking on the Bucks. For the Raptors, kind of a seesaw affair over the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than a 500 team. They look to tip that balance with a win here. Bucks, Raptors. We'll be right back after this. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for James Harden.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Hey, Kevin. Jrue Holiday is in his 8th season with the Pelicans. He said, "I've been here the longest with the possible exception of the security guard. There was a ball boy who was here before me, but now he's one of our coaches." Kevin, he's still all in and trying to help.
Terrific. David, thanks. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Steph Curry's out there with Harden. Then there's D-Box, and it's Thurman in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Toronto, we've got Russell. Gilbert Arenas is out there with Tim Hardaway. Then it's Pippen, and it's Mirazon in at the 5 down low. Here's Arenas. Here's Russell. The shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
The Raptors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And here's Arenas outside. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
The offensive rebound and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Free throw good, D-Box. Now we saw a play-in game during the 2020 season in the bubble. Brent, do you want to see more of that going forward?
I think it's pretty exciting, Kevin, to have everything on the line like that, where it's win or go home. And it's a little bit earlier than we're used to. But man, was that exciting last year.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this is the problem. The length, the timing, Russell, one of the very best at corralling misses and turning them into points.
Curry from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And it's Tim Hardaway with the foul. That's his first foul. Thurman passes to Curry. Pass to Thurman. Harden trying to get open, and no good that time. Now Toronto takes it the other way. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Hardaway passes to Murison, and he comes up with the deuce. Murison's got 6.
And Hardaway always looking to incorporate his teammates. You can see him keeping his eyes moving in order to make sure he's ready to deliver to the open man.
Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Pippen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Pippen, simply put, one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
The Raptors shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And the Raptors with some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Russell. Chambers comes in for Gilbert Arenas. And it's Oladipo in for Hardaway. 1:52 left here in the first quarter. Outside Holiday. Here's Houston, guarded by Pippen. Five to shoot. Down low and stolen by Whiteside. Oladipo against Holiday. Now here's Oladipo. He's covered closely. Raptors moving the ball around. Shot from 16, and he hits the jump shot.
That's big. If Whiteside steps up like that, can face you up and knock down stuff from distance, it adds a huge dimension to the offensive sets.
Passes it to Houston. Three-pointer, knocks down the 3 ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Raptors with the lead. Pippen dishes to Whiteside. Upside Pippen. Over Houston. Pippen misses.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. If you look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And so Milwaukee again turning it over. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Gilbert Arenas is checked in for Toronto. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Arenas passes to Pippen. Here's Chambers. The feed now to Oladipo. On the wing, Arenas guarded by Holiday. Pocket 4. Releases. That one off the back iron and out. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They lead by a bucket. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying time.
Being able to go through adversity and come out stronger. I think that there was a lot of pressure put on our team from outside, and to be able to withstand that, to be able to still go out there and play every day.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. You've got Holiday. Michael Porter's out there with Adebayo. And it's Houston at the 2 spot. Houston. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
On the wing. Pippen misses. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Porter, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Pippen.
And Michael Porter Jr. being drafted was a bit of a high risk, high reward due to the fact that physically he needed to come a long way to be consistent in the NBA. And he may be seeing signs that it's going to pay off with huge dividends.
First one falls for him. You know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's Rice. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Rice has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Raptors have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Hardaway kicks it over to Arenas. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Harden the pass to defense. Here's Curry, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Now Russell. Here's Arenas. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls, so it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Arenas. Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Curry. Tries again. This one for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Curry's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
I don't know how you do it, but you just can't give Steph any room from any distance.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks, and they came away with the win.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking teams. The Raptors third.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And the basket by Arenas.
This story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Curry kicks to Harden. Out to the Adebayo. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That's everything you want there. Bam Adebayo up there, vertical, good hands, and the big throwdown.
Outside Hardaway. Goes up from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Raptors trail by 3. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Uris on. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And some changes here for the Raptors. Pippen comes in for Chambers. And it's Oladipo in for Gilbert Arenas. And the second free throw, good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Hardaway against Curry. To the left side wing. They get it back. Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Here's Hardaway. And finished off by Oladipo.
How about that? Recovering Victor Oladipo up to the rim. Good sign.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Back to Harden. All alone. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Hardaway passes to Pippen. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The pass to Adebayo. He kicks it to Curry. The Bucks getting another chance here. It's good. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Outside Pippen. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Pippen's got the game tied up here for the Raptors. It's all tied in Toronto.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Look at Gilbert Arenas. What a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Gilbert Arenas is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Pippen. Then it's Russell. And it's Mirazon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Harden with it. Hardaway picks him up. And they're on the break. Takes the 13-footer. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Bucks. Toronto trailing. Arenas passes to Russell. Hardaway dishes to Arenas. For the lead. He can't hit that time. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Hardaway kicks to Russell. Arenas passes to Russell. Here's Mirazon. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key. Arenas misses. Bucks leading by 4. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Harden with it. Gilbert Arenas covering. Harden dishes to Rice. Pass to Curry. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Now, don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Deciding to change it up. Let's take a look at the numbers for Drew Holiday.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and that's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc.
Oladipo misses.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backdoor. That's a great way to find confidence. It's always a surefire way to get back in the game.
The Bucks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one goes.
And Nate Thurman is the charter member of one of the NBA's most exclusive clubs. First player in league history to ever record a quadruple-double. Very few guys have pulled that one off.
Adebayo is checked in for the Bucks. So he gets them both. Raptors trail by 9. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big-time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. points.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Toronto shooting under 40% all in all for the game. 1:49 left in the third quarter of the game. Russell left side. Inside. Right side kicks it over to Arenas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint. And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly
I'm only one goal away. You'll never be a day. You're scared. But this one is filled with night. Come on, come on, come on. Get anywhere. But tonight, I just want to show why. Shout out to Ben C. But tonight, just wanna sing. Shout out to Raymond. And no, you're not alone. I'm only one call away. Hey, I'll be here to save the day. Yeah, Superman got nothing on me. Yeah, I'm only one call away. Hey, come on. And when you're weak, I'll be strong. Yeah, I'm gonna keep holding on. Yeah, and don't you worry, holding on. Yeah. Run it through my bones, I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one. I'm only one. Go away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. I'm only one call away.
But they recover. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bucks lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Got D-Bucks, and it's Rice in at the 3, the small forward. Milwaukee leading by 5. And here is Curry. Here's Thurman. No good that time. And Toronto will come the other way.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Outside Hardaway. Off target from three-point range.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Outside Pippen to the paint. Here's Whiteside. Up and in on the layup.
Even with the contest, Whiteside's going right through you. That's how strong he is.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Houston. Outside for Curry. Releases from the wing and drills. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And the Raptors call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Shooting for Toronto, Scottie Pippen. At the line. A free throw good from Pippen. Russell, he's checked in for Whiteside. And both free throws good for Pippen. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Curry looking around. Here's Houston, headed by Oladipo. Houston, the pass to Rice. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And that's why Rice is in the discussion of the great three-point shooters of all time. Terrific touch from deep. That man can fill it up.
And again, Toronto no up.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Gilbert Arenas is checked in for Toronto. James Harden, he's checked in for the Bucks. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. From outside the arc, he can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Arenas. Hardaway with a wide open look. No good on the three. Milwaukee leading by 9. Curry passes to Harden over Arenas. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say, as a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest level. That's something I never really fathomed. To have your jersey hang up in an arena, that was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. And Toronto has possession. It's a 13-point game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Shot's good by Pippen.
No way he's going to pass that shot after D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out of it.
Arenas against Harden. It's tipped.
And that's the big reason why Mirsan's out there, to shade as many shots as he can. And with that frame and the long arm, he's not an easy man to contend with.
1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. The Bucks working the ball around. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, that's just working for the better shot. We always talk about in the NBA, good to great, great possession there.
On deep, Arenas. And it's Rice with the rebound.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Milwaukee.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Steph Curry.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
And the Raptors call time here. They're down by 9. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Here for Milwaukee. Outside, Arenas. Right side. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender, long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Kicks it to Holiday.
Across this town, see you smiling. She be fans up like this. Won't be a hype man. The minute I won't be alone. Sound like that. I took it into your letters. I was with no selling. I ain't wanna be no rival with you. From the bottom all the way back to my section. Every day, yeah, we be stepping. Chasing up one day I be through. I'm kinda with money like this dream ain't nothing. Don't let me. Don't like I be stunned. I miss big like my granny. We still about my cousin, but ain't searching for gold. I know I'm looking for something. I'ma ride that red eye. Stack that money till I can't no more. We be. I go with it be into this bank gon' go. Straight from the bottom, bro. I'm back on my road. Oh yeah, yeah. Just put 100,000 say less. I paid it. Got plenty money, but I had to jump up on my plan.
There's a lot of conversation we've been having here on 2K TV with Mike Wang recently about my player builds. What's the build that you're running with right now, and what would you recommend to the community?
Well, I'm running a power forward build. The power forward builds are very, very amazing. They're just like Zion, to be honest with you.
We have the cameras on the Jazz team bus pulling into the arena. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Monday, they'll be playing the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings.
And that game against the Suns, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. D-Wade out there with Richardson. Then it's Lucas, and it's Lanier in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Bibby. Martin is out there with Moses Malone. Then there's Martin, and it's Carter in at the small forward. On the league, Doris, we're seeing plenty of small ball, but some teams are going big. If you were a coach at this point, which way do you think you'd lean?
Well, Kevin, I think the best coaches maximize the talent at their disposal. And sometimes a coach philosophically may believe in, I emphasize the three-point line. I want to eliminate all mid-range shooting. I want to get to the restricted area and the free throw line. I mean, to me, I love playing a high-tempo, wide-open floor game. Let's let the players show off all their skill.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Carter. And he overshot that one, missing. And it's Wade with the ball for the Jazz. And he uses the glass on the layup.
This is an accomplished, polished interior scorer. Don't let the two-guard position fool you. Dwayne Wade from the cup. Oh.
Now, here is Bibby. We play just over a minute here in the first. Here's Vandeweghe. The Clippers grab the miss.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Got a piece of it. Last break, here come the Jazz. Richardson, good.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Bibby. It's deflected.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Pass to Wade to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Lanier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Moses Malone.
And Lanier is one of the most graceful big men to ever play this game. From his post moves to his outside shot to his defending. And everything about Lanier is fluid.
And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Carter, the pass to Martin. Bibby kicks to Carter. Will it go? Here's Martin, and there's the bucket. Still with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Pass to Vandeweghe. Unloads from 9. Here's Lanier. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lanier's got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Utah. Now here is Carter. Fires the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Richardson gets a wide open look. A basket good off the assist from Wade. He has 5.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Carter against Richardson. Just fine on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. 5th, the Jazz.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And the Clippers making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Wade with it, and it's Wallace picking him. Count that one. Wade's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Carter, the pass to Wallace. Here's Theus. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Carter dishes to Wallace. 3-pointer. They grab their own miss. And the slam dunk by Wallace.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Wade misses. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Rockets.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Wade. Passes to Lanier. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, the basketball mind that Dwayne Wade possesses is so special. What understanding and feel for where his guys will be.
And so it's Utah in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home!
That is authority right there.
Monroe, the pass to Lanier. Back to Monroe. Here's Petrie, defended by Carter. Here's Manning. Here's Lanier. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now the pass to Lanier. The steal. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Theus. He kicks to Carter. And the layup's good off the glass. Brady, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Monroe with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Leonard looking around. Over Lucas. They get it again. Count it. Malone's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, Malone's strength can be intimidating. He's superb at scoring, even when the D is draped all over him.
And the call will be against Kevin Martin. That's his first foul. Wallace is checked in for the Clippers. And Utah also making a switch. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Monroe. Here's Vandeweghe. He's covered by Leonard. 4 on the clock. Here's Wade. And it comes off the front of the rim. Clippers trail by 4. Stolen by Wade. In transition, here come the Jazz. And here's Richardson outside. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And the defense, you can't forget about Richardson from D. His three-pointer is extremely dangerous.
And here's Leonard from 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Good as the jump shot falls. Leonard's got 7.
Well, incredible improvement in Kawhi Leonard's jumper since he came into the league. Give credit to the time spent in San Antonio.
A drive by Wade. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
And the Clippers call time here. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Martin. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Up top, Malone. Here's Theus. Outside, Martin. Pocket 6. Carter with the 3. Second chance shot. And Malone puts it in. Malone's got his second bucket of the night.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Wade. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Theus. Wade is covering. To the middle. Here's Malone, and he converts the layup. Malone's got 6 points in the quarter.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. Once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach out.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Look at the history of the Utah Jazz. No championships, finals appearances, and a couple. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Clippers trail by 5, and so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Lucas. D-Wade out there with Richardson, and it's Lanier in at the 5, down low. Carter against Lucas, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Bibby kicks to Carter. Shoots over Lucas, and it's Carter missing. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They've led by as many as 11 points. If it counts, Richardson's got 10 points in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint there.
Pass to Martin. Lucas against Bibby. It's stolen by Wade. And here they come. Richardson for 3, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Malone's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Martin. Great D that time from Lucas. Utah leading by 7. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Malone with the block.
How about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
To the inside. It counts, and the foul. It's on Jason Richardson.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Barnes is checked in, and Malone no good on that one.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer. Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Down low. Outside, Martin. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bibby. Shoots over Monroe. That shot off the mark. The Jazz go the other way with it.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Here's Petrie, defended by Carter. Passes it to Monroe. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 9.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Carter, the pass to Martin. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Carter missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Bibby against Monroe. Bibby misses. Jazz leading by 9. Here's Vandeweghe. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense by Malone. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Petrie. Monroe outside. banks in the layup. Vanderweer's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
It's a floater, and Carter lays it up and in. Carter's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Pass to Petrie. Kicks it to Lucas. Pass to Vanderweer. And that one drops.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Clippers trail by 11. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lucas against Bibby. It's good. Bibby's got his first basket of the night. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. Here's Camby, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Utah Jazz ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We got Kawhi Leonard, Camby out there with Wallace. Then there's Martin, and it's Theus in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. High post try. Here's Wallace. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Wallace, just an unreal defender. An undersized center who blocks shots and pounds the glass like a madman.
Jazz leading by 7. Wade bounce pass. Richardson finds Wade. Here's one in. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And he lays it straight in.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
The Jazz shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Here's Wade. And the rebound goes to Martin.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Stolen by Wade. One-on-one fast break. And then Wade slams it in.
Isn't this what we've come to expect from Dwayne Wade? The active hands, the quick thinking. What a great defender.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Theus, the pass to Camby. Here's Theus. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
On the top of the key, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, don't let Dwayne Wade start to find his rhythm. That form, that release, everything working right now.
Outside Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz leading by 8. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Bangs home the trifecta. Iguodala's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Outside, Martin jacks up a 3, trains the 3-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Wade feeling it out a bit over Theus. No good from Wade.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And it's Martin missing.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Iguodala, the pass to Wade. Here's one in. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game.
And guys, he's been a problem this defense has not been able to solve tonight. Lanier using that size along with the skill set to fully affect this game.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 10. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
Now to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis talk with the team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. See if the ball starts to unstick them.
Bibby with the bucket.
And how about the shooting stroke of Bibby? His three-point shot is as money as it gets.
Now, here's Richardson. Wade outside. There's the pass to Lucas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Kenyon Martin. He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Lucas.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Paxson passes to Wallace. It's blocked. The shot game clock separated by 4. The feed to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Theus softly drops in the 40.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Now Monroe.